Good morning again. Once again, we join the adventures of Larry Slade, the Laser Lizard, hard-hitting 1980s action detective from another dimension, and a kobold. In our last episode, we busted up in our last episode, we followed Larry Slade as he busted up a rave of Vazalok and Freak Show, and discovered that the Freak Show had Vazalok's notes, his actual handwritten journals that they were trying to auction off, and that they were using to make themselves even more powerful. Chapter 4: The Fault in Our Scars. Watkins hands you a note. The PPD passed this message up the line to me since we were currently elbow deep in zombie drama. Earlier today, a store owner in Skyway reported that her medical supply store was robbed by Vazalok. Do me a favor, talk to the owner, and see if this latest problem turns up any leads or connections. Her name is, Watkins traces through his notes, looking for a name, Dr. Caitlin Pierce. While you're out, I'm going to add the CMRJ information to the puzzle and decode more forum speak, and plan our next move. I know this is busy work, but any Vazalok activity is worth pursuing right now. This is an investigation mission, and your interactions with Dr. Pierce will determine the missions that occur afterwards. You may need to tell your teammates to stand by while you read. Players can bypass the investigation with the "I'm on a team" dialogue option, which will advance to the next mission. If you want to know what you missed, you'll need to be entrusted with the secret and look into the crystal. Ah, okay. Well, I'm not on a team, so understood. I'll head over there and see what's up. Thanks. If you need anything else, just call. Skyway City. Which means I'll need to go to the tram. I also still need to redo their keybinds for that. Actually, I think when I do the respecs on this character, I will be removing teleport from it. Instead, I'll get him a sporty sky sled. Dr. Pierce looks at you apprehensively when you approach. Are you Laser Lizard? I'm Dr. Pierce. I'm Laser Lizard. Wasn't the Lizard Party giveaway? Are you Laser Lizard? I'm Dr. Pierce. I called in the report about the robbery. I apologize if I seem a little nervous. I'm used to dealing with the PPD and didn't think this would run up the ladder to the FPSA. Who would send a cape over to help? No need to be concerned, please. Just tell me what happened. Pierce's body language appears to relax a bit. You can see her organizing her thoughts for a moment, and she begins. I want to say it was about 9:15 in the morning, or 9:15 this morning. The store was open already, but not for long. I wasn't keeping a close eye on the clock because I was searching for coffee in the break room to wake myself up for after a long night. I heard a weird noise. It was a cough, a stomach growl, and a wounded animal. I heard a weird noise. It was a cough, a stomach growl, and a wounded animal, moaning all at once. And then something metallic clinked against the ground. I immediately went up. I immediately went up, out toward the sales floor. I was expecting another homeless person looking for medication for their dog, um, which has happened before. The can man person. What? Oh, the can man used to be a frequent visitor here, and I hadn't seen him in a while, so I was not expecting to see a small group of shambling undead when I turned the corner with a smile on my face, you know? Pierce lets out a nervous laugh and runs her left hand through her hair while shrugging. One of them, the ones that look like deranged butchers, kept me in the corner of the shop by threatening me with a bone saw. The handlers coordinated with each other and to grab what they needed, medications mostly. When they had what they needed, they retreated quickly without a fuss. They left a mess, but no tragedies, and I'm thankful for that. The guy holding me at bay did make sure to mention that if I told anyone, they'd come back and harvest me. Pierce seems oddly calm when she says that. Okay, what did they take exactly? This is a list of all the. Pierce pauses for a moment, then retrieves a list from her pocket. This is a list of all the missing product from inventory. They took about $3,500 of NSAID alone, whatever that is. But also tourniquets, sterile IV tubing, crutches, gauze pads, 2 walkers, iodine, hydrogen peroxide, and several suture kits. Total loss about $9,600 together. In my expert opinion, all these items are commonly used to triage people with severe wounds. That would be standard here for a field medic or an ER tech surgeon. I hope that helps you somehow. NSAIDs? Non-steroid anti-inflammatory drugs. Good for reducing swelling. That seems the bulk of what they lifted from me. Everything else seems to be incidental by comparison. Thanks, Doc. Do you have any cameras here? Pierce looks frustrated with the question, as if she doesn't want to admit this out loud. The economy is rough and the rent is too high around here. I haven't had the profits to spend replacing my CCTV DVR, which was looted about 3 weeks ago in a nighttime clockwork raid. That's kind of funny. Along with all my doorknobs and steel surgical tools. I reported to the PPD, but they still haven't done anything about it. Which is why I'm confused as to how you got here in less than a day. Shows their priorities, doesn't it? You run a medical supply store with no surveillance. Business is always good, but rent is high and insurance rates in this town are understandably astronomical. I can only imagine. I can move the whole business outside the war walls to somewhere like Moorestown or to the west, but that's just trading my livelihood for peace and quiet. I'd have to budget. I'd have the budget for anything. I'd have the budget for anything I needed, but only a quarter of the business at best. And I'd be leaving behind my. Pierce looks distracted for a moment, then finds her train of thought. I'd be leaving behind the majority of my family. I'd be leaving the majority of my family behind. English. I just didn't work the budget out well enough to keep prioritizing other investments to keep the business going. I've never had this kind of problem before, so I never put it closer to the top of the list. Hindsight is 20/20, they say. Pierce shrugs helplessly. What about the obnoxious beeping call box on the curb? I have no idea what those things are used for anymore. Aren't they surveillance? I'll check that. Okay. Tell me the story again. Do you recall anything they might have said? Pierce doesn't hesitate to answer this question. I'm glad you asked. I've been mulling over the experience and trying to remember what I thought I heard. I know I heard them say something about the R's. I didn't get it. I didn't get all the context, and they were rifling through my shelves as they were. I think they said to the R's when this is done, while talking about the amputations and tourniquets. The R's could mean a lot of things. There are businesses, streets, railroads, bars, the neighborhoods that all fit. Ugh, that wasn't very helpful. I could really use a cocktail right now. This is very stressful. Thank you for the information, Doctor. Did they harm you? Pierce rubs her neck absent-mindedly. No, thankfully. I wasn't hurt. But the butcher that was holding me was awfully rough. He had a strong grip, and that bone saw was intimidating as hell. Pierce suddenly lights up, remembering something important. His stench. It was odd. He didn't smell like your typical Voslok mix of formaldehyde and rotting skin. He smelled like freshly cut grass, and his breath reeked of stale beer. A drunk Vasi? Okay. That could be useful. Thanks for the information. You pull out your phone and bring up the Paragon Parks and Recreation website. Hyde Park was scheduled to be cut and raked this morning, the morning of the incident. Maybe there's something here. Maybe there's something there that you can they can point you in the right direction. Ask another question. Was anybody else in the store? Dr. Bear shakes her head. I was the only person here. There were some trolls skulking about, but I doubt they saw anything. And if they did, I also doubt they'd be very helpful. I'm starting to wonder how the PCPD solves anything. Pierce waits politely for your next question. Was anything else unusual about this guy? Besides the fact that they were Vassalok? Pierce looks up at you, quizzically trying to comprehend your question. Aside from the fact that a putrid pack of oozing corpses and their overly enthusiastic handlers wandered into my store in broad daylight to steal medicine and triage equipment, while being threatened by a butcher with a bone saw, none of this was usual. I don't think I can answer that question with a straight face. I'm sorry, Laser Lizard. Do you have any other questions? Never know. The only dumb question is one you don't ask. Okay, fine. Did you know which direction they were going when they left? I was focused pretty intently on the bone saw for the entirety of the robbery. However, my captor was the last to leave, taking the bone saw with him. But I can say that he exited and turned right to catch up with the horde. So that means they headed south. That means they headed south? I'm somewhat amused that Paragon City doesn't have some kind of Big Brother surveillance system in place after the last 4 multi-dimensional invasions. Then again, they don't even maintain those annoying emergency boxes. South, I'll add that to the list. Thanks. I think I have everything I need. Investigate emergency call boxes. Investigate the hollows. Investigate the park. Hunt some trolls. I'm no expert. I'm going to look at the emergency call boxes. Investigation mission. Speak with Dr. Hero and return to contact. Okay. Chapter 4. The fault of our scars. Watkins eagerly awaits your report. Give me a few minutes, then check back with me. We need to plan our next move carefully. Okay. Chapter 5. Contact tracing. Good work. I'd use the emergency call boxes to triangulate their movement. If they had indeed headed south, those call boxes. There are 4 call boxes. Understood. I'll check those out. Right. There's that one. Oh, I have to level too. The hell? Must be something happening where it's still registering my mouse click when I hit the shift key. Call boxes turned out to be the key. They have several larger purposes. The call boxes turned out to be the key. They had several larger purposes than just covering terrain and for heroes like Synapse when he when he's tasked when he's tasked out up and coming heroes. The short-range radar in each box for when major crimes were called in. That technology was obscured from the public, but if they knew, at least this data was. But if they knew, at least this data was designed to be anonymous. The data package contained only the nameless faces. The packages contained only nameless, faceless movement data at the time of the crime. At the time the crime was reported, and nothing more. Big Brother was nothing more. Big Brother. This was not. By triangulating the South call boxes data, you were able to confirm the movements, the size, and the speed of the group Pierce encountered, heading south into Overbrook. Okay. The emergency call box scanners confirmed that the group of anonymous people moved south into Overbrook, at the movement speed you'd expect from a zombie horde. The times line up with Dr. Pierce's account of the story, so I think we have our answer. We're heading into fault line. Chapter 5: Contact Tracing. Everything seems to add up. Everything seems to add up in terms of what we know from Dr. Pierce. I can only surmise that the destination is the Rusty Rivet. It's a popular place, but rumors but rumors flew a few years ago of a very high-profile VIP room that was added during the rebuild of the area. The crew must be renting it as a command station. Everything seems to be coming together. If you hurry, we can catch them and maybe get some solid answers. Agent Watch can hand you a list of names. Also, keep a lookout for these people when you're there. Sally Mander Martinez, Cortex, Dr. Morbin, Harry Greymatter DeMoro, Godwin Blair, and Tanisha Vivisek Jameson. Any of them any of them are high priority targets, if you can collar them. I'm heading there now, Agent. Don't waste any time getting there. These monsters move frequently to keep people like me on their toes. This is the freshest lead we've had in a while, and that's saying something. So we're heading to fault line, huh? That's kind of interesting. I just teleported right between zones. Let's see here. First things first, in a new zone. Oh, that's gotta be, oh, there it is up there. This plaque commemorates the death of Mina Horn, known to her comrades as the Illustrated Woman. She was killed when the Frost Drug Cartel, otherwise known as the Family, ambushed the regulators as revenge for the brief imprisonment of Harry Frost. At her funeral, a shaken back alley brawler said Mina was a person who believed in the human spirit. We can best honor her by living the life she fought for. Oh, that's right. I have to do this, don't I? Going in through the roof. As I recall, this was typically a fairly difficult fight. Slip into the bar's VIP room area via air conditioning. Maintenance hatch. There's a lot of commotion down below. What do we got here? They kept talking about a warehouse. They said we were livestock. Well, yes, they are jerks. Rescue the cook. Come on, 2 seconds, 1 second, fire! One of them was uncomfortably focused on my hamstrings. I need a therapist. Yeah, Larry Slade doesn't handle that. Sorry. Snazzy dance floor. Crystal ball, okay. You can certainly tell they cater to Vazalak. One more party of evil busted by Larry Slade, the laser lizard. Yes, what you got for me? Another faction and a mole? Contact tracing. Another faction and a mole? It just keeps getting weirder and more unpredictable. Gray Matter's people don't give themselves an identifier. Consider themselves the true, faithful followers of Vazalok and restorers of the original order. And they only, and they are only the dis, and they are the only disruptors of the formula. And they are the only disruptors of the forums, trying to shut down and gaslight those who would be saviors. I'd place them on the top of the most dangerous list because they've been the least visible in this mess until now. The organization of these purists probably runs deep if they're taking the mantra of the Doctor to heart. And Cortex would be the only candidate close enough to the Doctor to keep this army on the rails. His hero profile is decades old at this point, so we have no idea what he's capable of. Cortex's downfall has been transmutative, to say the least. Okay. Chapter 6: Viral Transmission. This is interesting, Laser Lizard. I thought we had far more targets to work through. But remember the forums? But the remainder of the forums are slowly losing big players as you work through the ranks. The planarians are completely shut down, which is amazing. Every serious poster evangelizing regeneration has gone quiet. We can cross them off the list with the freak show who dropped the efforts with Rave Rubber went offline, or when Rave Rubber went offline. Hygiene? Hygiene. Okay. Hygiene activity has been of major interest though. They're getting paranoid, and the FTP link went out with an encryption key posted on a separate forum. It looks like the same sort of major data dump is being prepared for widespread release. These guys are smart, and set up several layers of security to keep people like me out. But they don't know the backdoors and workarounds like I do. Once I worked out the protocols and apps they were using to obfuscate the location of the server, I was able to trace the hops within the city, which lines up nicely with Rivet employees' reports that they were talking about Independence Port. I've sent a PPD unit to lock down the area, but the officers there are reporting odd smells and not entering. We need someone with a little more firepower, and since the target's name is Pathogen, I'm taking no chances in calling in a CDC task force. And you're sending me into a death trap, aren't you? I like it. I wish I wasn't, but there's two things happening here that can't be ignored. A massive data upload and a mad scientist obsessed with fighting viral infections. There are worse things for mad scientists to be obsessed with. I have to remind you that this is a direct order for the good of all of us here in the city. I have to remind you that this is a direct order for the good of all of us here in the city. I need you to get in there and suss out what's happening in that warehouse and collar Pathogen before things get out of control. Watkins looks composed, but slightly uneasy about having to invoke that kind of authority. I've determined that the server OS at the warehouse that's still uploading the file. It'll take some time to finish the upload, so I've devised a man-in-the-middle virus that's going to hijack the stream. If it's going to sniff out the packets and clone them and send them over to Seraph, while simultaneously corrupting the original upload, so the fans out there get bum data. This is the task, Laser Lizard. Get the data and arrest Pathogen. I very strongly suggest you don't go in there alone. Do I look like the kind of person who doesn't go someplace alone? Train up to a new level of power. Okay. I can get overcharge or charge shot. Probably got plenty of stuff in beam rifle, though. Flurry, hasten. Reconstruction. Lets me heal myself. Resilience. More resolved. Power allows you to build up resistance to disorientation effects. You tend not to get disoriented, and if you do, it wears off quickly. The resistance to disorientation gets stronger as you go up in level. Second wind. When you use this power, you will recover a percentage of missing health, in addition to increasing your maximum hit points. If you're used while defeated... Oh, so it's a self-res as well? It is a self-res as well. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. Self-res, I'm going to put that over here. And then get over to Independence Port for what I believe is probably one of the harder missions in this arc. Taxi 4000 is one of the base teleporter locations. As you can see, they have pretty much a portal to anywhere here. In addition to pillars of ice and fire, mission computers, crafting stations, really just about everything. I don't think they have a trainer in here. And I'm not sure why they don't have a trainer in here, but I don't believe they have that. Okay, level 28 Independence Port. I think I'm going to set this for lower level. This is, as I recall, being a tough mission. Probably would have been better to head to just turn around and head into the south, but too late now. I guess Molly's working tonight. He's normally streaming at this hour. boys. You all stay back here. I'll check it out. The air in here is heavy and thick with humidity. The gas fumes stick to your skin like a film. I'm sniffing on the data packet and just saw a failsafe trip. Did you try to hack something? I can get you through. Give me a moment. Interesting, a lot of data floating around in here. Almost done with the door. Fire suppression system is integrated into the network too. Bingo bango, the door is about to open in 5 seconds. Be safe in there, friend. You just made your first mistake, Laser Lizard. I'd look around for a cure if I were you. Oh, shit. Yeah, this is a problem. You gonna wander off so I can stand back up? Okay, wander off. Come on, go away. Ow. Okay. Look for anything suspicious. Like all the Vazalok running around? That looks unfortunate. stand back up in a few minutes. Well, in a minute and a half. Because Larry Slade doesn't stay down. Where's the hospital from here? I don't even know. I'm not even sure. Oh, look at that. I have no enhancements at all, do I? Ah! No wonder I can't get anything done. Okay, you don't go into anything. You go into most things. Reduce endurance cost. It has been a while since I played this character, obviously. Huh. What is this one? This is range. I definitely need range on Disintegrate, don't I? To hit buff, to hit accuracy. Gee. Sell the rest of this. Okay, where's the train station? There it is. Larry Slade lives. I can't say so much for the people in this warehouse. Wait, wrong laugh. Oh. This place is disgusting, yes. Oh no, you didn't just get that guy back up. God damn it. Ow. This mission is a little on the irritating side. The radiant darkness may have to dip in and help. Clue found. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. Don't come near me. look at all the bodies. Okay, let's see here. I think that room's clear. Oh, hold on. We have medical evidence. File. Okay. Okay, for some reason that just triggered the wrong thing. I'm listening to the comms. Did she say thermite? Why would they? I'm listening to comms. Did she say thermite? Why would they? Oh Lord, hang on. I just connected all the dots, and the station just went, and the situation just went from bad to dire. They're siphoning off diesel from the refinery next door, and into the water line with a foreign stabilizing agent. That's why the thermite is here. The sprinklers on the are on the network. Let me just get into the subsystem and disconnect the sprinklers. Oh, that clever son of a... He's locked the system with a USB dongle, which is probably on him. Meaning what? Meaning I need to get the USB dongle from him. Okay. Okay. I have a disintegrator rifle. Why can't I disintegrate that wall? An abomination carrying a body. I don't normally see that happening. Okay. Is that guy regenerating? Oh. So, 3 yellow abominations. I wonder if I can pull them separately. Definitely not pulling those separately. Actually, I kind of like that. He just inadvertently teleports places. Kind of fits the character background. Larry Slade. Down but not out. elevator. How diabolical. What's diabolical about an elevator? I don't know. It just sounded good. Oh, this room. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is what I thought it was. Okay. I'm the parasite? We'll see who's the parasite in about a minute. As long as he isn't regenerating. He's regenerating. Damn. Yeah, he's going to be fully healed by the time I get back, even if I leave. I may need to pop a few levels onto this. Oh. Huh. Did I get any enhancements for this? Nope. Oh, yeah, he's regenerated. Yep. Okay, this mission is not going to get done alone. Unless I bring in one of my higher level characters to help. And actually, I'm not even sure if that would help, because that guy was kind of a problem. Huh. I don't see anybody else on streaming City of Heroes. I feel kind of, I feel almost alone. I am alone in the universe. I have the city all to myself. Let's see here. We could go level here, and, maybe. Of course, if I had my powers actually slotted out, it might help too. How much money have I got on this character? Not a lot. Oh. Was that 400,000? Yes. Tempest, transfer energy drain. Huh. And that is ranged damage, huh? That's actually pretty nice. Do I have anything? that will get me enough money to list that purple one. Yeah, I think I'm going to let Larry lay dormant for a bit while I take the time to get a build for him and lay one out so I can actually do something. And I also think I'm going to call it a night. Kind of not feeling well anyway, and be back tomorrow.